Hi students, I hope you understood in the previous session what we have discussed about the remainder theorem and how to obtain the remainder. Now in this class we are going to discuss about the factors. Factor. In class 4th, 5th, 6th onwards we are learning about these factors. What exactly factors? When you divide a number with other number, when you divide a number is divided by other number, if you are obtaining the remainder as equal to 0, if the remainder is equal to 0, then the divisor, which is the divisor, will be the factor of the dividend. Divisor will be the factor of dividend. For example, you see here 12 divided by 2. That means what? 12 you are dividing with 2. So this is 2 divided by 12. 2 6 are 12. What is the remainder you are obtaining here? The remainder you are obtaining here as 0. That means 2 is the factor of. Therefore, 2 is the factor of 12. Even 6 also is a factor of 12. Even 6 also is a factor of 12. 6 is also a factor. 6 is also a factor of 12. Means when you are obtaining, if the remainder is 0 when you divide it by any number, so the remainder is 0, then the divisor as well as the quotient both will be the factors of the given numbers. One more example you see. This is example 1. Now example 2 you see. That is 21 divided by 7. 21 divided by 7. That means if you divide 21 with 7, 7 3s are 21, the remainder is 0. That means which are the factors over here? 7 is a factor as well as 3 is a factor. Therefore, 7 is a factor of 21 and 3 is also a factor of 21. This is how we obtain. That means if you are obtaining remainder as 0, then we say that those numbers are factors. Those numbers are factors. Now you see third example, example 3. Divide x square minus 1 by x plus 1. X square minus 1 by x plus 1. So in the previous session we discussed about the remainder theorem without actual division. So without actual division, now as 0, let this as p of x. P of x is equals to x square minus 1 and g of x, that is x plus 1 is given. So 0 of x plus 1, which implies x plus 1 is equals to 0, then x is equals to minus 1. We are substituting in place of x minus 1. Now p of minus 1 is equals to minus 1 whole square minus 1. Minus 1 whole square is nothing but, I am writing here, minus 1 whole square is 1. Then minus 1 into minus 1, that is plus 1, and then we have minus 1, which is equals to 0. That means p of minus 1 is substituted, you are getting the remainder as 0. So p of minus 1 is equals to 0. That means which is a factor over here? Here I am writing which is a factor, which with what we divided? We divided with x plus 1. Therefore, x plus 1 is a factor. X plus 1 is a factor of. X plus 1 is a factor of p of x. If you are obtaining the remainder as 0, then with what you divided? That x plus 1 is a factor of p of x. So if the remainder, when do we say it is a factor? If you obtain the remainder as 0. If you obtain the remainder as 0, then we say that it is a factor. Now come to the factor theorem. Look at the board. If p of x is a polynomial of degree n means it can be anything. It can be degree maybe 2 or 1 or 3, which is greater than or equal to 1. Here n is nothing but degree, the maybe 4 or 3 or 2 or 5. If p of x is a polynomial of degree n greater than or equal to 1 and where a is a real number, a is a real number, then x minus a is a factor of p of x. X minus a is a factor. Factor means the remainder will be equal to 0. What is this? In the remainder theorem, according to the remainder theorem, p of a is the remainder. P of a is equals to 0. When it will be equal to 0? When x minus a is a factor of p of x. Similarly, if p of a is 0, if the remainder is 0, then x minus a is a factor of p of x. When you divide, you are getting remainder 0, then the divisor is a factor as well as the quotient is also a factor. Or if the divisor is a factor, definitely the remainder will be equal to 0. That's what this sentence says. By remainder theorem, p of x is equals to x minus a into p of x plus r, where p of x is equals to x minus a into p of x plus, what is the remainder? That is p of a. If p of a is equals to 0, then p of x is equals to x minus a into q of x, which x minus a is a factor of p of x. Since x minus a is a factor, of p of x, so where p of x is equals to x minus a into g of x, because x minus a is a factor for some polynomials. So x minus a is a factor. That means we are substituting in place of x a. Then p of a is equals to, in place of x if we substitute a minus a is equals to 0. 0 into anything is 0. Therefore the remainder p of a is equals to 0. When we are obtaining the remainder as 0, if x minus a is a factor, then we are obtaining remainder 0. If remainder is 0, p of a equal to 0, then x minus a will be the factor of p of x. Here also I explained 2 is the factor of 12. That means 2 is a factor of 12 means the remainder is 0. Because remainder is 0, 2 is a factor. 2 is a factor, that's why the remainder is 0. Similarly in this question, 21 by 7. And similarly x square minus 1 by divided by x plus 1. Here we substituted x place as 0 of x plus 1 is minus 1. Put in x place minus 1 whole square, we obtain the remainder is 0. That means x plus 1 is a factor of p of x. X plus 1 is a factor of p of x. As x plus 1 is a factor, so we are obtaining remainder as 0. This is the factor theorem. I hope you understood. Factor theorem means we are substituting in place of x. Because x minus 1, that is x minus a is a linear polynomial, the 0 of x minus a we are substituting in place of x, obtaining the remainder 0. If it is 0, then x minus a is a factor. If x minus a is a factor, remainder will be 0. Now we will discuss the questions based on this. Now we see some questions based on the factor theorem from exercise 2.4. Determine which of the following polynomials has x plus 1 as a factor. So x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. And one more question here we have x cube minus x square minus half 2 plus root 2 into x plus root 2. When do we say it is a factor? Yes. When you obtain the remainder as 0, then we say that it is a factor. So now, so in this first, let p of x is equals to, what is p of x? X cube plus x square plus x plus 1. X cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Now, we are dividing with this x plus 1 as the 0 of x plus 1 is x plus 1 is equals to 0, which implies x is equals to minus 1. What is the meaning? Minus 1 we are going to substitute in place of x. P of minus 1 is equals to minus 1 whole cube plus minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 then plus 1, which is equals to minus 1 whole cube minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 minus into minus plus into minus minus 1 into 1 into 1, that is minus 1 plus minus 1 whole square minus into minus plus 1 ones are 1 plus into minus minus then 1 plus 1. Observe it. Minus 1, how many times? 2 times, and plus 1 2 times, which is nothing but minus 2 plus 2 is equals to 0. P of minus 1 is equals to 0. We are obtaining the remainder as 0. Now what can you say if the remainder is 0? So then x plus 1 is a factor of P of x. So when P of x is divided by x plus 1, we obtain the remainder as 0. Therefore x plus 1 is a factor. X plus 1 is a factor of P of x. What is a P of x? This is a P of x. X cube plus x square plus x plus 1. He is asking when you divide with x plus 1 whether it is a factor or not. When do we say it is a factor? When you obtain it is a remainder 0. I hope you understood. Now see the next question. Now here P of x is x cube minus x square minus of 2 plus root 2 into x plus root 2. And for this also you have to check whether x plus 1 is a factor or not. So let P of x is equals to x cube minus x square minus of 2 plus root 2 x plus root 2. Now what is the one which we have to? X plus 1. 0 of x plus 1 is x plus 1 is equals to 0, which implies x is equals to minus 1. When you transpose this plus 1, then you will be getting minus 1. So now in place of x, we are substituting minus 1. So P of minus 1 is equals to minus 1 whole cube minus x square minus 1 whole square minus 2 into bracket plus root 2 into x. X is minus 1 plus root 2 plus root 2. Minus 1 whole cube, again minus into minus. So minus into minus plus into minus minus 1 minus of minus 1 whole square, minus 1 into minus 1, that is plus 1, then minus, you look here, this is minus 1 into minus 1 into minus into minus plus 2 plus root 2. Observe it. Minus 1 into minus 1, that is plus 1. Are you following? Minus 1 into minus, that is plus 1 into 2 plus root 2 plus root 2. Next, minus 1, then minus 1, this is minus 1 into minus into plus 1 into 2 plus 1 into root 2 plus root 2 plus root 2. Now, minus 1 together is minus 1 together is minus 2 plus 2 and plus root 2 plus root 2. Minus 2 plus 2 is 0, which is equals to 0 plus root 2 plus root 2 is 2 times root 2, which is equals to 2 times root 2. P of what we got? P of minus 1 we got as 2 root 2. Is it equal to 0? No. We didn't obtain the remainder. We didn't get the remainder as 0. If remainder is not 0, then it is not a factor. So remainder which is not equal to 0. P of minus 1 is not equal to 0. Therefore x minus 1 x plus 1 is not a factor. X plus 1 is not a factor. Why? Because when we divide, what is that? P of x. When we divide P of x, which is a P of x? X cube minus x square minus half 2 plus root 2 into x. 2 plus root 2 into x plus root 2 P of x. When we divide P of x by x plus 1, the remainder is not equal to 0. Remainder is not equal to 0. If remainder is equal to 0, then it is a factor. If remainder is not equal to 0, then it will not be a factor. I hope you understood how to verify whether it is a factor or not. Now we see question number 2 from the same exercise, that is, use the factor theorem to determine whether g of x is a factor of p of x in each of the following cases. P of x is the dividend, g of x is the divisor. Whether the divisor is a factor or not. What is p of x? 2x cube plus x square minus 2x minus 1, and g of x is equals to x plus 1. So in this solution, let already given p of x is equals to 2x cube plus x square minus 2x minus 1, and g of x is equals to x plus 1. See now, the 0 of x plus 1 is x plus 1 is equals to 0, which implies x is equals to minus 1. We are substituting in place of x minus 1. So p of minus 1 is equals to 2 into minus 1 whole cube plus minus 1 whole square minus 2 into minus 1 and minus 1. 2 into minus 1 whole cube, minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, which will give you minus 1, plus minus 1 whole square, minus 1 into minus 1, which is nothing but minus into minus plus 1 ones are 1, minus into minus plus 2 minus 1. 2 into minus 1 is minus 2, plus into minus minus, then plus 1 plus 2 minus 1. You see here, minus 2 plus 2, plus 1 minus 1. So minus 2 plus 2 get cancelled, plus 1 minus 1, completely you are obtaining 0. Therefore, p of minus 1 is equals to 0. As p of minus 1 equals to 0, that means what can you say? Remainder is equals to 0. Therefore, x plus 1, g of x is a factor of p of x. Therefore, g of x is a factor of p of x. When do we say it is a factor? If you get remainder as 0. Now, one more question here. P of x is x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1, and g of x is equal to x plus 2. So, in this, p of x is equals to x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1, and g of x is equals to x plus 2. G of x is equals to x plus 2. Now, the 0 of, observe it, 0 of x plus 2 is x plus 2 is equals to 0, which implies plus 2 transpose that side, then x is equals to minus 2. X is equals to minus 2. So in place of x now we are putting minus 2. So p of minus 2 is equals to minus 2 whole cube plus 3 into minus 2 whole square plus 3 into minus 2 plus 1, which is equals to minus 2 whole cube, minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2, minus into minus, plus plus into minus, minus 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, which is minus 8 plus 3 into minus 2 whole square, minus 2 into minus 2, which is plus 4, plus into minus, minus 3 2s are 6 plus 1. Next, minus 8, 3 plus 3 into 4, both are plus, 3 4s are 12, minus 6 plus 1. Now you see, add the plus values and add the minus values. Minus 8 plus 12 minus 6 plus 1. Minus 8 minus 6 is minus 14. So minus 14 and plus 2 plus 1 is plus 13, which is equals to minus 1. Minus 14 plus 13, integer operation, addition. 1 is minus, 1 is plus. So we will give you minus 1. Did you obtain the remainder as 0? No. So P of minus 2 is equals to minus 1, which is P of minus 2 is not equal to 0. We didn't obtain the remainder as 0 as it is minus 1. Therefore, g of x is not a factor. G of x is not a factor of P of x. G of x is not a factor of P of x. Not a factor of P of x. Is it clear, children? I hope you understood how to obtain whether it is a factor or not. Now we see the question number 3 from the same. Find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of P of x in each of the following cases. That means it is a factor that he is giving. It is a factor. It is a factor means what? The remainder is equal to 0. If the remainder is equals to 0, then find the value of k. You have to find out the value of k. In the first question, it is x square plus x plus k. You have to find out the value of k. If it is x minus 1 is a factor. Observe it. Solution. Which is a factor? X minus 1. X minus 1 is a factor of P of x. What is P of x? X square plus x plus 1. For this, it is a factor. Factor means what? Remainder is equal to 0. What is 0 of this polynomial? X minus 1. 0 of this is what? 1. That means x minus 1 is a factor of P of x, which means P of what should be substituted in place of x? If it is minus, we are substituting 0 of this is what? Plus 1. So 1. P of 1 is equals to 0. P of 1 is equals to 0. Now, in place of x, we are going to substitute. What is the 0 of minus 1? X minus 1 is a polynomial. What is 0 of this? Plus 1. So, in place of x, we are going to substitute 1. Then, he gave that answer is equal to 0. It is a factor. P of 1, the remainder is equal to 0. P of 1 is equal to 0. Now, you see, P of 1. In place of x, you are substituting 1. 1 square plus 1 plus k. But what is the answer? Is equals to 0. Which implies 1 square is 1 plus 1 plus k is equals to 0. 1 plus 1, 2 plus k is equals to 0. Then k is equals to minus 2. Transpose that side, minus 2. Therefore, the value of k is minus 2. The value of k is minus 2. Is it clear? Then only it will become 0. If we substitute minus 2 over here, minus 2 plus 2 will be equal to 0. Why we are taking here P of 1 equal to 0? x minus 1 is a factor, he mentioned that. That means the remainder is equal to 0. What is the remainder? You have to substitute the 0 of this x minus 1. That is plus 1. P of 1 is equals to 0. Now see one more question over here. P of x is equals to kx square minus root 2x plus 1. Root 2 into x plus 1. For this also x minus 1 is a factor. For this also x minus 1 is a factor. That means what is given? Solution x minus 1 is a factor of x minus 1 is a factor of p of x. What is p of x? This is kx square minus root 2 into x plus 1. So if x minus 1 is a factor of p of x, as x minus 1 is a factor of p of x, which means p of, now see here, if it is minus 1, then we will substitute in place of x. 0 of this x minus 1 is what? Plus 1. So means p of 1 is equals to 0. P of, now 1 is substitute in place of x. K into 1 square, x place we are substituting 1. K into 1 square minus root 2 into 1 plus 1 is equals to 0. That is equals to 0. K into 1 square is 1 plus minus into plus minus root 2 into 1, which is root 2, and then plus 1 is equals to 0. Then which is implies k into 1, that is k minus root 2 plus 1 is equal to 0. Can we simplify root 2 and 1? No, one is irrational, one is a rational number. So now which is equals to k minus root 2. Transpose these to that side. K is equals to, if we transpose minus root 2 will become plus and plus 1 will become minus. So root 2 minus 1. Root 2 minus 1. Therefore k is equals to root 2 minus 1. The value of k is root 2 minus 1. If the value of k is root 2 minus 1, then this will become plus root 2 minus root 2 gets cancelled. Then minus 1 and plus 1 also will get cancelled. Then that's why you are obtaining remainder as 0. If it is a factor, then we are obtaining a missing term, that is unknown term, which is the coefficient of x square or some constant value. This is how we substitute. He is giving x minus 1 is a factor of p of x. It is a factor of p of x. That means remainder we are equating to 0. Then we are finding the unknown terms, which is k value here and here. I hope you understood how to find out unknown terms if the given term is a factor. Given term is a factor of p of x. And here we have some homework questions from exercise 2.4. Question number 1, 2 and 3. Second question. Third one. Second and fourth. So what we have discussed in today's class? Factor theorem. When do we say it is a factor? If the remainder is 0. If the remainder is 0, what we say? That given term is a factor.